This recording is for use in KP's class. We hope you enjoy the lesson. Good morning to you all, and thank you for coming today. My name's Dr. John Morton. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a research fellow in the geography department, and my speciality is change in agricultural patterns around the world, historically and in modern times. Today's talk is called Agriculture, Regreening the Deserts of the World. The lecture's being recorded, so you can review it again on the university website within 48 hours. First of all, in the distant past, between 8,000 and 5,500 years ago, the Sahara, for example, was green and fertile. The world temperature was roughly the same as today's, but with little weather that was wild, such as hurricanes. At this time, areas of the world in the African, Asian, and American continents, which are now covered by desert, had more water than they do now. If we look at this slide of an artist's impression of the Sahara of that time, as you can see, the Sahara was not always so dry. There were rivers, swamps, and lakes, some of them very large. Lake Chad, for example, which today is only several hundred square kilometers, was once a huge inland sea. In total, it covered an area equivalent to France, Germany, Spain, and the UK together. At various periods, the lake broke its banks and flowed through Nigeria into the Atlantic or the Nile in the east. Another interesting fact, as you'll see from another artist's impression of the weather map on this slide, was that the whole of North Africa was subject to a monsoon system like that in Asia today, resulting in vast rivers that flowed for thousands of kilometers. In Algeria, underground rivers have been found that flowed into the Mediterranean, and in southern Libya, crocodile, elephant, hippo, and antelope bones have been discovered. And of interest to me as an agriculturalist, there is also evidence of some of the earliest fields growing grain. If we fast forward to the modern world, are such changes likely to happen again? While what brings about these changes is complex and open to furious debate, there is no doubt that changes can and will happen, and we have to be ready for them. But this is not just about the flooding, severe winter weather, storms, droughts, and so on that have happened in recent years, but about how it'll affect our livelihoods. As regards challenges for humanity, the first thing that we have to think about generally is food security. If, as seems to be happening, Europe continues to warm up, then cereal crops like wheat and barley and fruit crops that we have depended on may not be suitable for cultivation. The UK, for example, might have to turn to producing grapes and olives and other crops suitable for hotter climates. This situation may be further compounded by countries in southern Europe, which may find their ability to produce agricultural goods severely curtailed. The overall impact will be an increase in food prices in Europe, but the impact on poorer countries will be greater. Yet there is hope. With the shift in weather patterns around the world, there's strong evidence that vegetation is increasing in certain areas that were once desert. The Sahel, for example, has seen increased vegetation cover, and so there is a chance that water might return to vast areas like the Sahara and the other great deserts of the world. So, the regreening of